Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday, May 1st, 2025. And today I want to do an update on my Can You Ride It on the Interstate Highway video. I don't know if any of you saw, but in my last video I showed that I had installed this windshield. It's one I've had for a long time, or quite a while. But I usually don't have it installed because it's too big, I think, for this motorcycle. It's just too bulky. I should have got one that's a little bit smaller. It'd be more fitting for this size bike. But anyway, the point of this test being an update on how it is to ride this bike on the interstate when you actually have some wind protection, because it does make a big difference. So I'm going to ride up the road a little ways, hop on the interstate, and just take basically the same route that I took on my last ride. That way everything else is the same for the most part. It seems a little windy today, or I'm riding into the wind currently. I think we're going to be getting some rain pretty soon. I don't know how much, but anyway, for the next few days it's supposed to rain again, so I want to go ahead and get this video done and out of the way so you guys can check it out. But anyway, once we get up to the interstate, I'll jump on and resume the video. Alright guys, here we go. The windshield does make the wind a little bit more choppy, so I don't know how the sound is going to be, but we're going to find out. Miles an hour, and it's much more stable. I said the wind is very choppy, but as far as the feel of the bike, super stable. I feel much more confident going this speed. I just realized my visor was up a little bit, and that's why the wind noise was so bad, so hopefully it didn't ruin all the audio back there. And I also wanted to mention, I had said before that I was running a 17-tooth front sprocket. That was a mistake. It was actually a 17 I had on here, and then I went up to an 18-tooth front sprocket. And it's literally no room left. You could not put a bigger sprocket on that front. Let's see if I can get, I'm doing 75. I don't know if it comes through at all on the video, but I feel way more confident. I'm doing 80, or pretty much 80. At 80 miles an hour, doing about a little over 5,000 RPM. But just cutting that extra wind off of your body with this windshield at these higher speeds, you know, combined with the lighter weight of this bike, it makes a lot of difference. But it's still, you know, it's a much more confident feeling, but it still is not, it's not something I'd want to do for hours and ride this on long distance, but it makes it much easier to ride on the interstate, which is what this video is about, just to give you that idea of how it is if you are looking at getting one of these bikes. It's totally doable. Get a windshield. I would get one that's smaller than this windshield, just because I personally feel like it looks too big. I don't know. You guys may not think it looks too big. When you're on it riding it, from my perspective, it doesn't really look too big, and it's actually quite nice having all that wind protection. But I think overall, this bike could do with a smaller windshield. Maybe once I get to a spot where I can stop up here, I'll get off and kind of show you a better view of the bike. It'll, from a distance, just walk around it and show you what it looks like with this windshield. Alright, I'm going to pull over here at the Catoosa County Sheriff's Office. Hopefully they won't mind me using their parking lot for a second. Alright, I'm just going to leave the camera on my helmet just to give you kind of an idea of what it looks like. But there it is. You can see, like I said, the windshield's pretty big. It does have a crack in it. Not sure how that happened. I don't know. I guess it's not too bad. I just feel like this windshield was probably meant for a bigger bike. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think. What does it look like? Does it look too big? Could you tell a difference in the video on how it was to ride on the interstate? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate the comments. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks.